query, not a
Right.
private
Oh.
statement.
Oh. Okay.
Well, it is nighttime now. I think I think this is a good time to tell the story because they're not doing anything again, right?
Yeah.
Seems like a plan.
Am I right? Yeah, it's night. They're all huddled in a corner over here. That's awesome. So let's start with I used to do something called dumpster diving, which is when you go into the back of a place and start grabbing stuff out of their dumpster and stuff like that. If for anybody who doesn't know that from the area, from the country, anything like that. And there is a hostess shop that is in the area. Well, used to be. Not anymore. It doesn't exist. They closed down, but that's beside the point. And we used to go in there when I worked with the teens in my church and with the other stuff. And we used to go in there and get the day old the stuff that's like 1 day past expiration, which by the way, always perfectly fine. It's like the best food you can have out of a hostess place, and it doesn't matter because even though it's a day old, it's perfectly packaged. It's just that the American system says if it's a day old, it's got to go. It's just their own generic rules for that. So, I've had those for quite a while, and I've never had a problem with my favorite food that I could get from Hostess. And it's not a Twinkie. No, it is not a Twinkie Firedale. A lot of people think that the Twinkie is like the favorite. I never understood the favoritism of Twinkie. Twinkie is a good generic one. And I know a lot of people who really love the cupcakes, and they're good. And in fact, in the cupcakes, my actual favorite of the cupcakes are the orange cupcakes, but that's beside the point. No, my favorite of the Hostess is the Ho-Ho.
Ho-Ho.
The Ho-Ho is one of the best because not only is it delicious in general with its sweet interior and its chocolatey exterior, it's fun to disassemble because you can take your time on taking the chocolate off of it, and you can. It's one of those rolled treats for those who haven't had them in this country. You can like peel them back apart again. They're like a small rolled cake. So and the inside of the roll is really really sweet white filling. And they are delicious, and they can keep you entertained. You can even rip them apart and then lick off the cream as you go. It's so good.
Yeah,
Love them.
He does this.
Thank you, Hunt. Thank you for the yes. Okay, I've never had a bad one from the dumpster diving. I just have to preface that. I don't know why I always start the story with that, but from one of the local grocery stores that's extremely popular, and they're known for the highest quality, fantastic ingredients, and the best food imaginable. I did get we got a box of Ho-Hos when I was a kid. Well, not a kid. I think it was like 20 or something like that. It doesn't matter, but I was at my parents' house. As far as I'm concerned, kid, whatever. And this one time when I took a bite into it, now you got to remember, a Ho-Ho is encased in chocolate. You can't see the Ho-Ho. You see the chocolate. You can't see if there's something wrong with the interior part of that Ho-Ho until you open the Ho-Ho. Well, this particular Ho-Ho, I didn't do the unwrapping thing. I didn't do the whole peeling and all that other stuff. No, I just bit into the Ho-Ho. No, I bit into it. And it was the worst mistake I've ever made because I experienced what a moldy Ho-Ho tastes like.
Oh.
The entire thing was molded.
Oh.
At least the part that I had was because... Now, it's not that eating penicillin is bad. Biting penicillin is bad because penicillin is it's mold. It's same thing. You don't bite a bit of aspirin. You just don't. You don't chew it. You don't chew it because it's disgusting. It's nasty, nasty flavor. And it's not that it's the worst flavor in the world. And it's not. But when you're going for the best thing in the world, and you bite into it, and you get mold. I've had bugs. I've had rhinoceros beetles in marathons. I've had ranch dressing. I've had corn on the cob soda, and I actually liked it and went back for seconds, okay? I've had a lot of stuff in my time, but this was the biggest variation from height to low I have ever had, and it was drastic. And the worst part about it is you don't get the flavor out of the mouth. It just permeates and stays there. You can't get rid of it. The mold flavor just stays. And I'll never forget it to this day. That's the worst thing I ever had.
It was the worst thing he ever had was because it should have been one of his favorite things.
Right. And yeah.
I know we're going
It's
long,
the
but
drastic
we have
letter.
we have to finish this in this particular episode. So I would like to say, as far as all the flags that are out there, he did not say that it was a ho-ho can still count as a dessert.
Yeah. Frick yeah. You go
Yes,
to any
it's a
country in the
snack,
world outside of America,
but-
it's not a snack. It would be a dessert.
Nobody said that it was served in a restaurant. It was a professional dessert.
And
was
I'll
a
also
dessert.
say that I preface this at the beginning was that you're never going to guess what it is. You're
Right.
never.
So-
Nobody would have ever guessed that the worst thing that I ever had in my life was a moldy ho-ho.
Right. And as far as the whole, the flour and cake is a grain, right? That's what I was saying. Is I could make an argument for some of those, but it was just a fun, lighthearted. Sure, let's do 20 questions. Okay, so it's okay. And he did say it contained cake. I gotcha, but it's more than cake.
Yeah, it's not just a cake because it's got cake in it that's encased in chocolate and has a filling